You cannot deny that technology is constantly evolving. There is absolutely no shortage of development year on year. Whether it be hardware or software, things are just getting better and better, like our videos. The more subscribers we have, the better our videos get. So do please subscribe because, well, we like creating better videos. That was the worst segue I've ever had to say on camera.
You're welcome.
You suck, Earl. Oh my God. Anyway, shameless plug aside, it is our duty to inform all the consumers out there of all the possibilities that are available to them. But there was one question that came into the office that got us all thinking. And that was, if you could spec out a car with all the tech and safety that you love, what would that car be? What would it look like and why? So it got me thinking, that might actually make for a good video. So on this episode of Behind the Desk, we're gonna go after our top 5 favorites tech and safety features in cars available all the way up to 2020. Number 1 is the 360-degree camera, which is absolutely great, especially on larger vehicles. Earl loves to say that it was in my recent past that I used to back out of spaces with my arm behind the passenger seat. Gone are those days because now you can focus your eyes on the center console or the screen where you can see the entire car backing up. It doesn't mean that you can't use your neck to turn and look out while you're parking. No, this is just a great aid for you to use and one of the top 5s that we love on tech inside cars. Now, one of the first cars to feature this bit of tech was the Nissan Terra, who made a big deal about it under their quote-unquote intelligent mobility campaign and marketing. It's actually pretty neat, and with every iteration, the company was able to improve on its system year on year by placing the display in different and better areas. And it's also quite refreshing to see this feature trickle down the realm of affordability. Like, for example, the most affordable model to feature this feature is the MG5, and if you'd like to see it in action, click right here. Number 2 is something that allows you to ghost ride the whip. Do you guys even know what that term is?
Yeah.
Seriously, you do? I'm so happy. We can actually connect. Okay, so it's not exactly ghost riding the whip, but it's something similar to the message. It's adaptive cruise, which on the highway is actually pretty good. I must state, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I am the fan of the tech. The fact that you can follow a car, it maintain the speed of the car in front of it is actually pretty cool. Not a necessity, but it ain't a bad thing. Essentially, it's like a bat sonar connected to the brakes. A radar system detects when something is approaching and it applies the brakes or slows down enough to keep good distance, whether on the go or slowing down. The third is essentially a necessity for driving around the metro, especially for us when we want to get to our shoots. Whether you're team iOS or team Android, it is something that we definitely need to use all the time, especially when we're trying to locate areas that are not the easiest to locate. And it also helps Jack listen to his K-pop songs while we drive.
What?
I mean, just admit to it, dude. Admit to it.
What?
Let it go.
Shh. No.
Let it go.
No.
And speaking of which, there is also the issue of connectivity. See, these days we're all about hyper-connected and glued to our phones. And that habit is bad for when you drive. Luckily, there are voices in your head. Voice assistants to read your messages and help you reply to them, so you don't need to lay your paws on the phone to stay connected. Number 4, believe it or not, is digital gauge clusters. Now, this was a kind of like an off topic in the office because I myself, here we go again, Earl's gonna say I'm old school, I like analog gauges, whereas most of the guys in here like digital gauges. And I do understand that digital gauges are important. Let's say, for example, in the LFA, it revs so fast that an analog gauge can't keep up, so they had to make it a digital gauge. But for me, an analog just gives a little bit more flavor. But I cannot deny the fact that it is absolutely a cool feature because it just gives you better screens inside the car. And well, newer is better, I guess. And besides, you get to customize what you want to see, where you want to see it, and even change the color for some models. So if you're feeling pink, yeah, you can change it out whether you want it or not. It's so cool. And with the display technology getting better, less pixelated, and much smoother in terms of movement, then this is something that we will very much appreciate. Finally, number 5, passive keyless entry. Gone are the days where you actually had to whip out the key from your tight pocket, put it in a slot, turn it to unlock the car, open the car door, get inside, take the same key, put it in the ignition, and start the engine. Good grief, what a tiring day. You guys are so spoiled, but technology is good because now with passive keys, you just leave it in your pocket, approach the door, it unlocks, you get in, start the engine, bada bing, bada boom, you're gone. The tech also allows manufacturers to make the key fob even more feature-rich. Now, we're seeing more and more of this feature come with just the ability to unlock your car. You also get remote start, and you can even roll down your windows by holding a specific set of buttons. It's really cool. Kinda makes you feel like you're driving Knight Industries 2000. No? Aston Martin of James Bond. Okay. Before we go, there is an honorable mention, which is power anything really. Whether it be power doors, power tailgate, power windows, anything and everything that doesn't have to deal with the term demano, which Earl absolutely abhors because he's spoiled that way. No, really, it's these features that make the car so much easier to use, drive, and keep. And well, sometimes it kind of makes people tamad because you can actually do these things, but the fact that the technology allows it to do it for you, yeah, I think that's still pretty cool. So technology is getting better and better. The features on these cars will probably multiply exponentially over the next few years, maybe the next few decades. And I honestly can't wait to see what comes next. Till then, take care, see you soon, thanks for watching. I knew that.